Welcome back to the Peak Pasta Podcast. This is episode 18. It is currently 12 o'clock, noon on December 5th, 2020. We're going to go over some of the events of the last week and talk about what's going on.
Yep. Fun stuff, right? At least the first thing we're going to talk about is fun. The gun of the month.
It's something.
Yeah. So
Yep.
you want to talk about it since you're the one who picked it out and found it and everything?
Yeah, this is I was watching Forgotten Weapons, which if you don't watch, you really need to. It's an excellent YouTube channel. I just saw this great gun and thought, wow, this is something I wanted to share with the world. So, yeah, more so than Ian's already done, I guess. But this is we linked the video to it, and it's a L66A1, which is a British military sidearm. About 3,000 to 3,200 of them were made. And really what it is just a Walther PP. That's, it's in 22. And it was issued as a self-defense tool to off-duty military people in Northern Ireland. So they're very cool. They're relatively expensive now. The only one I could find on Gunbroker was like $1,200. Um, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely really cool. It's a pretty cool firearm, to be sure. Or to be, yeah, yeah, to be sure. Yeah, it is. So yeah, that's our that's our gun of the month. All
The
right.
whole thing.
Yep. All right. So first thing that we have is we're getting a nice slew of business owners who are tired of the lockdowns, tired of the, you know, of them not getting businesses, and they're speaking out. So we have a couple links to them, to a couple videos, so and articles. So check those out.
And then while we're here, I wanted to, at the beginning of this, before we get too far into
Yeah.
stuff, so if you're like me, paranoid about the government or anyone else watching your shit, of course VPNs are great and all, but there's a couple different services you can use. I recommend Signal for encrypted messaging, like texting,
Yep.
and Keybase for encrypted chat rooms. So I'm on Keybase. If you would like to be added to one of my groups in Keybase, so we can chat encryptedly, just put it in the comments. Make an account and link your account name in the comments. And I would
Cool.
gladly invite any of you to join a Keybase chat with me. Specifically, I'm going to start a chat room to discuss what I consider to be inevitable, which is the collapse of the U.S. government and some level of anarchy. I don't know what the states will do. I don't know what local governments will do, but to some extent, we'll be lawless for a little bit. So I'd love to discuss that and get your thoughts on that. Anyone in the audience?
All right.
Specifically, if you have ideas on how to prep for it, because my general strategy thus far has been food and guns. If anyone has things to add, that'd be great.
All right. Yeah, there's Andrew's little plug there. But we both of us actually do use Signal to communicate between ourselves. Um, I'm
That's
not
how we
doing the
plot down the government of Iran.
no no
We
no no
we can't let them know.
no no. No. I am not involved in anything going at the government of Iran. Not saying it's great because it's not. It's horrible. But I am not plotting against them. That is not my job to do so, nor my calling. So, yeah. But
I'm
either way,
consistently plotting against all world governments.
okay, Andrew. We know. We know. All right.
Except for Switzerland.
Okay.
I
All
like
right.
them.
Yeah, they're all right. All right,
Hey,
and
I
then yeah, they ate. But yeah, so like I said,
objectively better than most other ones.
yeah, for sure. Um,
Maybe
what's
Czechoslovakia too.
yeah, maybe.
I see them do Czech Republic. I see them doing some good stuff.
For sure. So as we said at the top, we have some videos of some business owners speaking out about the the orders, the unconstitutional, you know, orders and stuff. So yeah, check those out if you're interested in seeing business owners finally saying nope, screw this, we're not abiding by this. Nope. So yeah, and then there the I'd say some of the biggest news from this week is that there was a video that was taken during the I guess in Georgia where
Yep.
there were ballots. What's up?
Yep. Georgia.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to talk about this? Because I just said I just did the business
Yeah. So
owners.
this is a video from Georgia, one of the places they were tabulating ballots, and it basically shows um, them taking ballots out of suitcases that they'd stashed under a table, and they start counting them after they'd already told everyone to go home.
Yep. And they told them
So
that
they
there
get rid
was
of
a
all the
leak.
observers. Yep. No, that I don't know if that was the same building.
From my understanding, it is.
Okay, well I'll have to double check on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
But anyway, this at the very least they just told everyone to go home
yeah.
instead they were not counting anymore,
Yep.
and then this crap goes down. And I
Yeah.
saw people like the local governments trying to say that, well, that's just how it works. That's where you store ballots in suitcases under tables. And
Right.
then
Yeah.
everyone leaves.
Underneath blankets.
Yeah, and you wait until everyone leaves so that you can count them secretly.
Right. Yeah.
That's just how we do it in Georgia.
Yeah.
I hope that's not true.
I hope not.
Oh,
Then we need to
yikes.
throw everything out.
Yeah, no, because that was the other trying to say that was normal. That's how it's supposed to be stored. I really fucking doubt that. And why does that match? Like, why does that perfectly match descriptions from affidavits saying that they brought in cases, they brought
Right.
in
Yeah.
coolers and wagons and suitcases of ballots, and they started counting them after everyone was told to leave. That's multiple affidavits like that. Why?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck, guys?
Okay. So I guess this is different. That this was they were just told that they were gonna stop counting. They just told them they were gonna stop counting and return at 8:30. So it looks like that's what happened. So
Yeah, that's what I thought.
yeah. Yep.
That's
But
what
yeah.
the video shows. I mean, maybe in the next couple of days it gets debunked or something, but for the moment it looks pretty bad. It looks like it's
Yeah.
direct proof of cheating.
Yeah. It's horrible. So yeah. And Brian Kemp, the governor of Georgia, he he's called for a signature audit of the state's election results. So
Well, initially he said he was going to do an audit, a
yeah,
canvassing, and a
and a
recount.
recount all at once.
It's
Yeah,
none of those.
yeah. Except
Not even
for
a
it was a
recount.
recount.
People said there was a recount. There wasn't really a recount.
Yeah. Oh really?
It was super half-assed. They didn't even do the recount procedures right.
Oh my gosh. Of course they didn't.
So people got like really pissed about that. And
Yeah.
now he has to go back and do stuff. It's like, look at
Yep.
it. It's like, god damn, guys. God damn.
It's like it's not that hard, man. Like, really. It's just not that hard.
Damn, boy. That's fraud.
Yeah. But yeah, it's yeah. Check out the video. Of course, the article that we've linked that has the video. Um, it has a description of everything. Sort of gives context and everything. So yeah. All right.
Brutal.
Yeah, very much so. All right. So the next thing, um, I don't know why I separated this stuff. Um,
Too bad it's been done.
what's up?
It's been done.
Yeah, okay. So I guess we'll come back to the election stuff in a minute, but real quick, Andrew said he wanted to talk about the economy and have like a discussion about that.
Yeah, I want to talk about some interesting stuff going on in the economy. People like this is some stuff where I kind of break from a lot of Trump supporters, and this is a more recent development for me. But you look at people like Peter Schiff, like Tom Woods, like Bob Murphy. I mean, you name it. Actually, I don't know if you can. There's not a lot of people actually saying this
Yeah.
sort of stuff. You look at the Austrian economists, you look at people that are you're not even in the Austrian economic school. Like Peter Schiff isn't really an Austrian economist. He's just a businessman. He knows his shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or Schiff, as you might say. And so
Yeah.
Peter Schiff is one of the guys that I talked about, I think maybe last time, as being one of the people that predicted the 2008 crash.
Right.
Because he'd seen all the stuff we were doing, and it was so obvious to him. You know, he predicted it perfectly. It should have been obvious to a lot of people what's going on, but you're not taught about the Federal Reserve in school. You're not taught about all this stuff in school. So basically, the issues that the Obama economy had, the Trump economy still has. You know, we're still in a bubble. lowering interest rates via the Fed does not solve problems. It just actually creates more problems long term. So you've inflated a bubble. It may look like the economy was doing well, but that's only in the short term.
Right.
And when the bubble bursts and there's no actual solid foundation for an economy there, then we're fucked. The best thing Trump was doing was getting manufacturing back. That actually does make a solid base for the economy.
Right, of course.
If you have an economy capable of producing and then selling those goods, that's a good thing. If your only good is customer service, when your customers are too broke to buy things, you're effed. So the fact that the customer service sector is so large in America is a problem, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's definitely an issue.
Maybe it can be just as large as it is, but we should have a even larger manufacturing economy. And we need to be producing goods to sell internationally and domestically.
Yes.
And you need to be saving money. See, it used to be that the incentives were, and this I say used to be, before you have like artificially low interest rates and inflation. So inflation, what happens is you're encouraged via inflation to take out debt. Because you take out a loan, and 5 years from now, you're making like 25% more than you were because of inflation. And that loan is a lot easier to pay off because the loan's at a fixed rate.
Right, yeah.
They're off for inflation. At the same time, you're encouraged to spend all your money because if you save your money, it loses value.
Right.
So you can't actually save value and hold it at the bank. You need to spend it if you want to get anything out of that money. Otherwise, you're guaranteed via inflation to lose value on it.
Right, yeah.
So we've created this really shit system because we have, artificial money, we have fiat money via the government, and we have the Fed lowering interest rates. So there's a huge amount of our economy that's just in debt. Huge amount of our population that's in debt, which is not normal. It's not a good, healthy way to run the economy. That tells me something's wrong. And so those fundamental issues that were wrong with the economy since Clinton, since even before Clinton, really, those have not gone away.
No.
And that is why the dollar is going to collapse, because you have not fixed any of the fundamentals. You have only kicked it into like 10th gear. You had Trump saying lower the interest rates below zero. That's artificial.
Right, yeah.
That's interest rates lowered artificially. I don't know if we explained this. Like the issue with artificially lowering interest rates is you tell businesses there's more money in the bank than there is.
Right.
The money's not there. They didn't lower the interest rates because there's more money. It's not a supply and demand thing going on there. It's totally done by government fiat.
Yeah.
And so, the resources aren't there. Plus, at the same time, generally when people save their money, the retail sector contracts. People lose their jobs in retail. The profits go down. So the retail sector contracts and it frees up labor and resources.
Right, yeah.
Now, labor isn't the resource, but specifically frees up things like shipping and transports. It frees up those sorts of resources. It frees up material use for God knows what to be used by other sectors of the economy. But that's not happening. So the resources people are going to try and use to get their projects done because they've decided to invest long-term in something or decided to take out loans, period. That money and that resources aren't there.
Yeah.
The capital is not there. So you're building a house and you've had these blueprints that are way too big for this current amount of materials you have. You're not going to be able to finish the house.
Right, yeah.
And then you'll spend all that labor and all that money and all that time and probably wasted a good number of those materials, but some of those may not be able to be reused. So you're not actually building wealth. It looks like America's building wealth. We're destroying it. We just don't know it yet.
Right, yeah.
That's the way Tom Woods would say is we're liquored up. The Fed has liquored us up. They've got us drunk so we don't notice how fucked we are. So I would say with the economy, this is where I want to talk about the stock market. That's why I linked to a stock market. That was kind of a long explanation. The stock market is going up right now. If you invest in the stock market, good job. Yeah. You're doing excellent. Why? If what I'm saying is true, why? Why are so many people eager to invest in these big companies? It's not really a surprise because if you're on the stock market, generally speaking, you're a certain size of company, right? So you can actually look at this. The companies whose stock have increased are the ones like Amazon, Tesla, things like that. Larger companies, Ford, GM, you name. Look at the stocks that have really increased. And I think it's pretty clear that it's larger businesses that are seeing their value increase, not smaller. Smaller ones are going out of business. Now, why did that happen? Because during the lockdown, a lot of those businesses were forced closed while the larger ones remained open. And that's mostly in the States, but it did happen.
Yeah.
And so, yes, larger businesses, the businesses being traded on the stock market, probably are doing reasonably well.
Yeah.
But that does not mean that our economy is healthy. That just means that the smaller businesses which employ was like over half the labor force, was it like 70% or whatever, is employed by small business. Like that just means these small businesses are getting fucked, which you would not see on the stock market. There's no reason you would.
Right. Yeah.
You're not trading shares of small businesses in the stock market. Now, you may, depending on the value of the business, still be considered small but extremely valuable. But generally speaking, businesses getting fucked over. You're not going to see that in the stock market. That's not something you'll see. In fact, you will see as a result of those businesses closing down, Amazon going up. Because where do those customers go? So yes, the value of these companies are increasing. The stock market looks good. That does not indicate health for our economy.
Yeah.
And that's where the left, they have a point. But of course, if they were in office, they would say the opposite. They don't have a point because their principle. They happen to be right about this. That the stock market is not the most important number.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a good show. It's not bad. Like it does show. It does tell me something. It's good information. But I don't actually think it shows me something necessarily positive in this case.
Right.
Would you agree with that? Why is it a fair assessment?
I'd say it's fair, but it does still factor into it.
I mean, if you have a 401k, good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, if you have retirement, good job. If you have like a swap account, nice. If you're saving money in the stock market, you're doing great.
Yeah.
If you don't, this doesn't mean anything for you.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I have the stock market's up. I have Amazon shares.
Oh, nice. I didn't know you had Amazon shares.
Yeah, they're like $3,000 a share, but because Robinhood does fractions.
Yeah.
Robinhood is fractions. I can buy fractions of a share through Robinhood. And a number of other brokerages too, I think. But Robinhood is one I use. And so they're kind enough to let you buy fractions of shares.
Right. Yeah. And I just got a couple free shares of something from Webull.
The fuck is Webull?
I guess it's a new one. But,
cool.
Yeah, I got 2 free shares just for opening an account.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah. So what's the mean for the economy? If you ask, if you want to question, okay, Andrew, the economy didn't collapse. What do you do? The last part of the beginning of the podcast, I said I want a group to start up. Hey, when everything goes to shit, what is this going to look like? So if you want to have a discussion, if you want to get involved in that, join Keybase and leave your username in the comments below. I will definitely invite you. Or, Keybase is too much of a pain in the ass who wants to make a website and a chat room for it. We'll probably figure that out too.
We could.
So, I'm open to anything, but that's kind of one of the things. That's what I'm feeling right now. So the economy is bullshit. It's a lie. Don't believe it's good. There are certain aspects that are good. For example, energy is one of the best sectors in the economy currently because it was unhampered by oil. So energy production, if you want to get involved in that, that is good. Oil, natural gas, nuclear power plants. These are good. Those are good industries. That's, homegrown, U.S. We're producing it ourselves. We're selling energy.
Yeah.
Excellent. That is what I mean.
Exactly.
That's what you need. That's the industry. You need industry in your country. So that is good. So if you want to ask me, okay, Andrew, where should I go to hedge against that sort of problems? Okay, one thing I would say is, if you haven't already, buy gold and silver because those are one of those commodities that's pretty much always going to have value. If you're talking about savings, those are great. Also, invest in some silver and gold mines. And there's a couple of them on New York Stock Exchange. Just go find a mining company that produces silver and gold and invest in them. Like, those are great.
Yeah.
I have a couple shares of the Avino silver and gold mine. They were selling at 67 cents, $60.67 per share a couple months ago, and now they're up at almost $1.
Yeah.
So I profited significantly off those.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
But those are really cheap. You can buy multiple shares very easily. So that's the sort of thing I'm talking about. Just go put your money in the stock market if you want it to hold value, or buy actual precious metals. That's my advice for immediately, to negate against inflation. That's what you want to do. And then If you're talking about, what do you think the solution is? If that's a question you have, I don't know if it is, but if you were asking that, there isn't one. There is no fix it solution. We have to let it collapse. It's going to be extremely painful. Probably, if 1920 is anything to go off, it'll be like a year or two. But if it's more severe of a problem than 1920, and I think it probably is, you're looking at probably like maybe up to 5 years of some really tough times.
Right.
But we need that to happen. We need the government to lay off with the regulation, to lay off with a bunch of shit and taxes, and we also need it to stop spending money.
Yep.
We need to. This is a Tom Woods had this quote that I thought was just perfect. It said separation of money and state. That's what we need. The government needs to fuck off about money. I can trade whatever I want to trade for whatever other good. So they need to get the fuck out of the money deal. Of course, they won't because it gives them power. The ability to print money gives them power, and they know that. So I know why they do it, but that's something we should push for. And yeah, it would be difficult. So, but that's all political. It's all political solution. So if you're asking me, is that possible? Then I would have to say no. So the real solution is personally get prepared for a serious collapse.
Right.
That's the real solution because honestly, look at Trump. Got into office. He was right about a number of fundamentals wrong with the economy, and rather than fixing some of this stuff, he just said, "Fuck it, I'll do what Obama did. I'll lower the interest rates and I'll, do some tax cuts and regulation cuts, which are good. If those tax and cuts and regulation cuts, that's a good idea to do that. No problem with that. But if you also increase government spending at the same time, that's not good.
Right. Yeah.
That totally negates it, because then we have to pay for it with inflation. So I think 25% of all U.S. dollars minted have been in this year. Hear that? 25% of all U.S. dollars printed, I think it is, have been made this year. Like, you see the problem with that, right?
Yeah, that's not good.
In 1 year, we've lost 25% of the value of the dollar.
Yeah.
Now, we don't feel that yet, but you will. You will absolutely feel that. Yeah. So that's my rant on the economy. It is bad.
All right. Let's see.
If you're interested in a good way to fix it, I would love to see someone start up a really good domestic cell phone producer. That'd be cool. American-made cell phones, but cheap. Like, don't make them too expensive. Like, that'd be. I'd love to see if that's even possible in the U.S. at this point. Well, our regulation and all our bullshit, yeah.
Yeah, maybe not.
That's the direction I'll go.
Yeah. So we have So I guess moving on to the next topic, some stuff going on in Arizona. So apparently, legislative leaders in the Arizona Senate and the Speaker of the House in Arizona are calling for a forensic audit of one of the counties in Arizona. So I guess we'll kind of just see where that goes.
Yeah, it'll be fascinating.
Yeah. Sorry, a forensic audit. So I guess looking at all the voting machines and all that stuff. So.
Yep.
And let's see. And then you got to watch some of the hearings, but I guess you said that the biggest thing was this 100 duplicate ballots and everything, right?
Yeah, there's 100 duplicate ballots they looked at, and of the ones they sampled, 2% of them had been switched from Trump to Biden. So 2% of them, which technically it's a 4% swing, but yeah, 2% of them were bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know duplicate. I have to see what that means exactly. Legally, what that means. What's a duplicate ballot? I have to see.
Right. Yeah.
Saying basically that's 5 times the margin of victory. So we should look into that because that would flip the election. Was basically what they were saying.
Yeah.
That 2%. So that's, I think, what prompted this audit, because a judge had ordered a sample size of 100 to see if they could prove it was really problems.
Yeah.
And they definitely proved it.
Right. Yeah. Yep. 100%.
Arizona's getting spicy.
Yes, it is. It definitely is. All right.
Hot damn.
So now Trump's team has officially filed a lawsuit in Georgia. So it seems that video gave them something that they could jump on, in addition to whatever Sidney Powell's doing, or however however she's doing in Georgia, which I don't think we really have any updates to, on her stuff that's going on. So
No, we're gonna need more stuff.
yeah, but
Um,
we don't even know if they've had like their court dates or whatever for her lawsuits yet. So that's probably why we don't know anything yet. Is because the court dates haven't came yet. So,
yep.
but we have all of next week and then Monday of next week. So, or not of next week, of the week after, for them to present all that. So before the electors are gonna certify, or usually would certify. I don't know. So I
Yeah,
guess,
it's fascinating.
yeah. But hey, hopefully Trump's team and Sidney Powell can prove really strong cases, and you know, it'll flip the results. Hopefully, and
That'd be nice.
yeah, that would be nice. All right. So yeah, Trump files a new lawsuit in Georgia.
And that's I think I don't know if that's in like I don't know if that's a direct response to the video, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like that'll
I,
be a huge part of that one.
yeah, I feel like it will too, because they didn't waste very much time after the video came out before they did that. So,
No, not
um,
at all.
yeah, so I think that's what it was. All right, so some stuff in Pennsylvania. Justice Alito, um, he agreed on Thursday to review an appeal against the ruling in the Pennsylvania Supreme Court that tossed a suit alleging the state's mail-in voting was unconstitutional. So they are going to review that case. So this is
Very good.
very, very interesting. This is where, um, yeah, it's it's gonna be very instrumental if they, yeah, it's gonna be very instrumental. um, that
So you said,
yeah, if if you know Trump wins this, then I don't know how many would be thrown out, or if any would be thrown out, but because I'm not 100% sure on the specifics of the case, but I'm assuming that that they're just trying to get all of the mail-in ballots thrown out because they're trying to deem it as unconstitutional in Pennsylvania. So I don't know, but either way, you
well,
know,
I think the deal with Pennsylvania, we've been over this, is this the idea that the ballot shouldn't have been counted after election day. They
yeah,
should have been. Well, they should count. It's fine, but they shouldn't count ballots that have received after.
right, yeah,
And that's according to Pennsylvania law. It's not. You're not even allowed to do that.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's just the Supreme Court, in Pennsylvania doing their stupid crap.
yeah,
So yeah, I mean, any rational look at that would say no, that's not okay. I just
yeah,
don't know if we're gonna get a rational look at that.
right, yeah. So yeah, Alito set December 9th as the date for state officials to respond. Um, yeah, and then and then yeah, so hopefully, you know, it'll help out. But yeah, anything else on that?
Not really, man.
Yeah. All right. Cool. And then Rudy Giuliani, according to him, Michigan judge has now ordered a forensic audit of 22 Dominion voting machines, apparently. So, yeah, it's crazy, man. That and it's just crazy that it took this long for this to for them to start being oh shit, maybe we need to investigate this stuff.
Oh no, they did that on purpose.
Oh
They
yeah.
absolutely had to do
Yeah.
anything about this.
That's why I said it was funny.
It's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else is hilarious?
What else?
3D printable 22 caliber silencers.
Hey, there you go.
Go find them on Control P's website. Fuck the ATF. Fuck the NFA.
True. Agreed. Agreed. All right, so that's pretty much it for like election stuff.
That's the episode.
No. That's pretty much it for election stuff updates. So, yeah. And then what was the? And then you found these two stories. I didn't hear about them until you mentioned them this morning when we were prepping. So, do you want to talk about these?
Sure. What are these, Wyatt?
Hmm?
Give me a proper
Can you not
introduction.
read?
I can, but I didn't like the way you did that. Let's try it again.
Okay. The foreign policy stuff that's going on.
Thank you. That's better.
All right, there you go.
So on foreign policy, we're seeing some interesting stuff going on. I mean, we always are with Trump, but in this case, it's actually pretty fascinating because he's moving troops out of Somalia. Now, how many of you knew there were troops in Somalia? Because apparently there are, and that's kind of the thing I thought was interesting about that is he's kind of exposing. I don't know if it's intentional, but there's so much like secret warfare we engage in. But that's just kind of interesting how it's just sort of out in the open at this point. But yeah, so
Yeah.
he's moving troops from Somalia. I think he's moving them around is the deal.
Hmm.
Now, I prefer he would actually bring them home, but hey, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Right.
Is what it is.
Yep. So that's good news. And then what was the other thing again?
That was it.
No. The Saudi Arabia thing.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Sorry. On foreign policy, I totally actually had forgotten about this. Fucking Christ, man.
How did you forget?
I'm doing things right now. Leave me alone.
What else are you doing? We're recording a podcast.
Well, too goddamn bad.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So the thing with Saudi Arabia that was interesting was they're talking about like I don't know what they're talking about. I'll have to see what the actual deals, what the terms of the deal are. But it looks like they're trying to normalize relationships with Qatar and Kuwait, like in the Gulf states. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is.
More peace in the Middle East, but specifically, of course, that's the way they're saying it is so they can sort of, get together against Iran, which that
right.
makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
It
So,
does.
but it's still very interesting.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So yeah, just that's what we're doing.
Yep. More good stuff.
Mo good.
Yeah. And then and all right. So next, Joe Biden says that if he and Kamala disagree on something, that he'll get some disease and and have to resign. But he said that.
Yeah, that was pretty fucked up.
Yeah, and he was like, and this is what he said. This is the quote that he said. He's like, and like I told Barack, if I read something where there's a fundamental disagreement we have based on moral principle, I'll develop some disease and I'll say I have to resign. It's like, hold on. You told Barack what now? What? And another thing that was weird about that clip is before you got to where he said that he was talking about disagreements and stuff, and he was like, "That's why so and so didn't think I was Irish." I was like, "What? What does that have to do with anything, Joe?" Maybe I'm just missing the context, but I was kind of confused about that. Maybe I just don't know who that person is, and maybe it was like a big thing or something. But
Yeah,
I was confused. But yeah, that was kind of weird. And then apparently we also found out, and I'll link this after, that apparently now I guess the Biden camp or Biden himself or somebody is claiming that he wasn't actually playing with, or he was playing with the dog because he got out of the shower and he grabbed its tail and he that's how he hurt his ankle or something.
You heard it here first, folks.
No, you didn't hear it here first, but.
They might.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Deeply depressing. This is the first that was even remotely considered for president.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Dude, it's such a fucking circus over there.
Yeah,
I do not envy those people.
yeah,
Having to look after Biden, like Christ, man.
yeah. And if I can't find it, then I can't find it. But that's what I heard. Yeah, and then the House they voted to decriminalize marijuana and do a whole bunch of other stuff, and a whole bunch of Republicans voted against it. And uh, I mean, we looked over a decent amount of the bill, and I could somewhat understand why some of them would be opposed to some parts of it. Um,
Like
but most of it's pretty good. I mean,
it looks reasonable. My main issue with it is how much fucking jargon it requires to just say no more criminal.
yeah, exactly, yeah,
It just makes me feel insecure with it because I'm not an expert on on this legal documentation. So it's like,
right, yeah, yeah,
what am I missing here? What's the issue with this?
right, of
That
course.
being said, it's a shorter document than a lot of the other crap you get.
That's true. It's shorter than the Green New Deal.
Pretty straightforward one. And of course, they have a summary. The
Yeah,
government, Congress.gov has a summary of what the bill should do. I'll just pretend that's accurate for the moment.
yeah, yeah,
I consume, and the government tells me it's trying to do good things. I usually believe them. But
yeah, yeah,
I'll just but yeah, as far as the bill goes, like I'm cool with it. I mean, it really, you know, it's kind of a half measure in my opinion.
yeah,
Marijuana is great and all, but if you really wanted to be progressive, you really wanted to make real change, you would pass a bill completely abolishing the federal government. If you really wanted,
oh my
something
gosh.
good for the world. Well, we can start
Okay,
with marijuana, I guess.
okay, okay. Chill with that. But yeah. So if you want to read the text of the bill or the summary, we have included that. Um, So, I honestly think they probably just should have voted for it because, I mean, the only real thing that I saw, of course, I didn't finish reading it, but was really just that I was kind of just like, oh, of course, we got to do this. Is that they're creating a new department, a new, and I'm just like, why do we have to have more
I'm
more
gonna know.
agencies?
It seemed like they were doing that, but maybe they're just allocating resources to an already existing one.
Maybe, but it said creation of a new, a new, however they phrased it. I can't remember what they called it. Oh yeah, Cannabis Justice Office. Yeah, it's an establishment of it. So yeah, so I'm not too fond of that, but hey, but it's not. It's also not the worst thing that the Dems have tried to, you know, shove into like a bill like this. So
No, I mean, whatever.
yeah, but I mean, I'm all for decriminalizing it and
Well, I
expunging
don't
the
care what the federal government does. Why aren't the states doing it? Like, why
yeah
don't more states just do it? If you're a state, just do
yeah
it.
yeah exactly
The federal government, fuck them, just do it.
yeah. But yeah, I definitely agree with the sentiment that it should be decriminalized and that um
It is
that
still an issue for Republicans, and I'm shocked that the Republican members of the House actually think that there's anyone who's in the Republican Party that still wants it criminalized.
yeah no
Like it's just a stupid conversation to have at this point. Yeah,
yeah
the government has no. Dude, alcohol's legal, so should all the other fucking drugs.
right yeah yeah
It's, it's
everything else should be decriminalized everything. So I guess that's where I'm libertarian on some stuff is stuff like that where I'm just like yeah I mean
I don't want to sell black tar heroin,
okay that's your choice.
but I would never do it. I'm not.
Exactly yeah yeah
But I know there are many people that are.
right yeah like one person that I'm sure you and I are both thinking of right now.
Oprah Winfrey.
No, not her. No, I
Okay,
mean
sorry. I'm on
one
the same
person
page.
in our personal life that we both know that would definitely do that.
Oprah Winfrey.
I actually would. I don't think I would ever want to know Oprah Winfrey, to be honest.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
I like her on maybe a personal level, like how she managed to be successful and whatnot. That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, for sure.
But her politics is probably trash.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. All right. So let's see. So, uh, the last thing that we really have, this might end up being a short episode, depending on whether or not we decide to go on a rant after this. But Nancy Pelosi admitted, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday apparently, that she held up COVID aid for months to try and hurt the president. So
Yeah, well,
that's
this is not anything we didn't expect. It's just
yeah,
funny she admitted it so close to the. I mean, if you would
yeah.
like wait a couple months.
Right, yeah. At least until, Biden presumably gets into office that she's like, "Yeah, I totally did that to hurt the president." And it's just like, "Oh my god. You stupid hoe."
Well, this is a thing. It's like I don't know if you've ever heard of this. It's the Washington Monument, like what is it? Condition or situation? That's a word for it. Washington Monument Syndrome. Yeah, there it is.
Mm.
Washington Monument Syndrome. Okay, so this is what the government does. If you've ever, at any point in time, thought the government gave a fuck about you, you won't after you hear this. This is what the government does. When there's a budget cut proposed to a department, and let's say this department does a couple of things. Let's say they have two tasks: to build statues of Benedict Arnold. This is an actual example I was told, and then the other task is to provide medicine to dying kids.
Mm.
And if you cut their budget, what would most companies do? Because the statue of Benedict Arnold, that's not very profitable.
Fire people.
No.
Oh.
So if you have a budget and you have to remove things from the budget, and you have two tasks: Benedict Arnold statues and dying kids getting medicine, which is more profitable, generally speaking? Building statues no one goes to, or providing medicine?
Medicine.
All right. So if you were a private company, you would cut back on the less profitable thing, the less useful thing.
Yes.
And profit is determined by profit. If people are willing to pay more for it, it's more useful. So of course you're more
Right.
profitable. You'll be the ones people want more of.
Yeah, of course.
So now what does the government do?
They did the statues, I'm assuming.
No, because the government is not a business, not about profit. It's about corruption and money, specifically corruption with money. That's not right. So the government will cut the program that gives dying kids medicine. Because then the public will get outraged and demand that their budget is reinstated.
Of course.
So they hurt the public as much as they can to get what they want.
Right, yeah.
That's how government do.
Yeah.
If people go, okay, well that's just an example. I mean, come on. Okay, that's just like a hypothetical. No, that's what the Washington Monument is. The government agency had a bunch of shit it was doing. But one of the things they did in Washington D.C. was manage the Washington Monument. And they literally shut down the Washington Monument because of a budget cut. So that the public would be so outraged that they demand the budget be reinstated. And they got their budget back. That's why you can't cripple government.
Yeah.
Super duper uber gay.
Very much so.
But here's a real example, like one that you would find more egregious. We had a bunch of security systems set up in Germany at the time, East Germany. To see if the Russians would invade it. That's if they were going to invade Europe. So we had a bunch of security systems set up.
Right.
And so we were going to do, I think, military cuts. And so what the military did was, the military pays, I think to this day, $500 million a year on marching bands.
Oh my gosh. Really?
That's not a joke.
Oh
If you want to ensure you have a job, join the marching band, because the government will never cut useless programs. They're very, very careful not to do that.
Yeah.
So they have $500 million in marching bands versus this, line of security they're keeping. What do you think they cut?
Everything else but.
Well, no, yes, kind of. Yes. Well, it is. Okay, well, you cut our budget. We have to get rid of the security in Eastern Germany. We'll never know if ghosts are coming. You couldn't have gotten rid of the $500 million marching band. Nope, wasn't even on the table. It's not even on the motherfucking second table. Immediately to the most useful portion of what they do, they'll cut that first. because it hurts those people. So when Nancy goes, of course I hurt the most people possible to get my political outcome. Is anyone shocked by that? No, because we all at base we understand the Washington Monument Syndrome. We'll cause the most public outrage so we can get what we want in our budget. In this case, Nancy Pelosi's spending bill.
Yeah.
That is what it is. But that's an actual thing the government does. They have the incentive to do the opposite, because then the public will get outraged and force the legislature to reinstate their budget.
Right, yeah.
And they've done that multiple times. So look it up. Look up Washington Monument Syndrome, and you get plenty of examples of it.
Right, yeah.
So the government is incentivized to, at the first available opportunity, hurt the most people possible. That is the prime directive, is to hurt as many people as possible to expand their power. Now, they may not, that may be a really harsh way of saying it, because of course they're just trying to get public outrage. But that is effectively the incentive structure. Government evil.
Yeah, in this case.
Never forget. Well, it's always evil. This incentive structure is always the same.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're a politician, like Ted Cruz, and you wanted to, and you got elected because you were challenging big tech, would you ever actually, write a bill fixing big tech? What are you going to get elected on next time? See, if you solve problems in government, you have to find new problems to solve.
Yeah.
And first of all, government's not even capable of solving problems. So rather than do that, why don't just twiddle your fucking thumbs and pretend like you're tackling big tech when you're just screaming at them?
I mean,
sorry, that's all you're doing.
He did call for them to repeal 230. So
I'm so glad he made a statement. He's never done that before.
Okay, but
Senator Halsey's better on this, I think. Actually drafting legislation and whatnot. But
don't you think that Ted Cruz had a hand in it? Because I'm sure he did.
I don't know. I don't know how independently they operate. Maybe. But then why didn't he take credit for it?
Because probably he didn't want to. Maybe he
no,
he wanted to let Holly have it. I don't know.
He usually says what he did didn't help. I mean, he's not like he's modest. He's modest, but he'll usually say what he does and doesn't do. I mean, he doesn't have a problem informing the public of what he does do, and he's a fairly honest politician as they come, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, but
I hope. But or else he's got me tricked, which is very possible. He's a very charming person.
Yeah, that's true.
He makes bacon. He makes bacon with machine guns, and that was enough for me.
Yeah. Pretty
much. I'm a simple person.
Yeah, of course. So
I like gun and no government.
Yeah.
But the thing with I'm just saying that the incentive structure in government's all wrong.
Yeah.
People say this is like Nancy Pelosi, right? That's what I'm talking about. Like there's no incentive to actually be a good public servant. That would not get you more power and money.
Right. Yeah.
This is the same thing. People talk. They understand. People understand this. Or probably business, but for some reason the government must be magically different or something. Is there really any incentive to cure cancer right now?
No.
Now there is from smaller companies. The larger companies are profiting off these cancer drugs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But here's the deal. So they have FDA. They have a bunch of government agencies they can pay off at any time to just shut down a competitor's, cancer curing product. If it was a totally free market, a smaller company doing really good research, maybe even being crowdfunded or whatever, would have a huge incentive to cure cancer, because then they could completely destroy their competition, gain all of their money, all of their following. What's their competition going to do? Sell cancer drugs when there's already a cure? Get fucked.
Yeah.
But if that large firm can tell the FDA to shut down a competitive product, then yeah, Big Pharma has no incentive to cure cancer. Of course, you need the government to enforce that. Yeah, this again, where the government is in the way, not actually helping anything. You need the government to enforce that sort of shit. But or it seemed to be really, really evil. Totally possible. Big Pharma could also be extremely evil, just kill people that they don't like.
Yeah.
I don't know if they get away with that for very long though. Like, sure, you kill a doctor in Australia,
right.
No problem. He doesn't have any guns. Come to Ancapistan, where all the anarcho-capitalists live, we have recreational nukes. Good luck assassinating one of us. So I'm just saying, Ancapistan's a way better solution. But so people understand this is private business. There's the really evil ones that want to maintain a monopoly, or a cartel, have no
Yeah.
incentive to fix these problems. They want you to suffer. They want you to keep, but and that's the same thing with the government. There's just no incentive to fix problems.
Right. Yeah.
Only on a minor scale is there an incentive to fix problems. Very minor.
Mm-hmm.
Like legalize gay marriage. That does nothing for anyone. Fine, no problem. Do you want to end the Federal Reserve and get the economy stabilized again?
Right.
No. See, we like that thing because it gives us power.
Right.
And then we get to inflate huge bubbles, pretend that our economies are awesome, and when it fails, we get to blame capitalism so we can take more socialist control of the economy. So no, Federal Reserve is great. They love that.
Yeah.
So no. Just like there's just this idea that there's any, I would say, honest public service going on out there is pretty misguided. And I also feel like even if there was, what could you do with the government levers? What mechanism
Right,
could you just actually make government work in the favor of the people? It's such an inefficient piece of crap organization. Like, it's just by definition not a business. It does not produce any goods that it puts on the market.
Right. Yeah.
It also doesn't have customers. It has taxpayers. It steals money. It doesn't earn it. There is
Right, yeah.
no incentive for it to provide a good product when it can put a gun at your head and say, "Give me your damn cash."
Right.
So that's the thing with government. So there's just, I'm not saying that human beings in government, just by dint of being voted in, automatically become evil. I'm saying that the actual nature of a government is not conducive to solving problems. It's just not.
Yeah. All right. So I found some more, a couple of miscellaneous topics. So apparently, I didn't know about this, but Trevor Noah actually did something good for a change, and he ripped on Democrats who were defying the lockdown orders, and he called them worse than anti-maskers. Look at that. Trevor Noah's right.
Trevor Noah,
He's right for once.
I mean, he had to say that anti-maskers were bad, and this is the thing. Anti-maskers.
Right. Yeah.
Comparing us to people who don't think vaccines work.
Yeah.
I would say yes. Thank you for Trevor Noah for pointing out the Democrats are evil. But like, I haven't heard of this for anti-maskers.
Yeah.
Are you saying that you can actually think that masks are so effective that they're the equivalent of the flu vaccine?
Right. Yeah.
Which is only 40% effective. But
Right.
these people, man.
Yeah, I know, man. Compared to a vaccine that's 95% effective.
I love how they call us anti-mask because they tell us they won't take the vaccine because Trump made it.
Yeah, exactly. Because Trump was totally in the labs. Like,
Fucking gas.
putting his blood in the vaccine. But yeah. So, yeah. And then apparently San Diego.
Democrats melt when they get their shot.
Yeah, yep.
Democrats melt.
Wait, hold on. If that's the case, then what would happen to Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer? They've already melted. So they just melt more?
See, right now, currently, they're puddles. They'd probably evaporate.
Right. Okay, yeah. That's right. Because that's how condensation and stuff, all that stuff, the water cycle, that's how all that stuff works, right?
Return to the politician cycle.
Yes, the politician cycle, yes.
Clouds.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Um,
Politician cycle. All my homies hate the politician cycle.
yeah. So apparently San Diego, so we already know this is going to be a stupid-ass story because it says San Diego in the title. Yeah. So in San Diego, Unified Holds, white privilege training was being taught now.
For teachers.
Yep, for teachers, yeah. It's
why are people racist? Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. Stop being racist. Stop it.
Well, I don't even necessarily disagree with the idea of privilege. You can be privileged. Like, being born in America, huge fucking privilege.
Well, yeah.
And being white in America probably has some privileges, but it's not because you're white. It's because there's a majority.
Right. Yeah.
Majority privileges. It's the idea that there's more people that look like you than don't, and generally speaking, races tend to stick in groups. So
right. Yeah.
A larger group of people to pull from that are probably going to be slightly more friendly to you than. Well, maybe not, because a lot of them are assholes, but that's not relevant.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
I understand the concept of majority privilege, but it's majority privilege. Like, go over to Japan and see if you have white privilege.
Right, yeah.
Go into China and tell me you got white privilege. Like, come on.
Yeah. Oh no, you dude, hold on. You want to talk about actual racism, dude? If you go, from what I've heard, if you go to Japan and you're black, oh my gosh, apparently they're pretty racist over there when it comes to black people, from my understanding. So
Man, we should probably nuke him a third time.
that'll set them straight.
Hey, it worked the last time.
That's true. That's true. It did.
Oh
All
my
right.
god! Have you ever seen that picture? It's like Nagasaki, 60 years after being bombed. It says like it's like beautiful. It looks really great. And it's very well built, very modern. And then it's just like Detroit, 60 years of liberal control. It's just like a fucking trash bomb.
Yeah,
It's like that's so accurate.
it is.
Being controlled by having like Democrats in office is worse than getting nuked for a city. And that was a city, and they said, okay, listen, we can nuke you, or Democrats control it for the next 30 years. Oh, nuke me.
Right. Yeah.
Oh God, please just nuke me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll recover so much faster from that.
Yeah.
That's unfortunately accurate. Put in the comments if you'd rather be nuked than live in a city controlled by Democrats.
Yeah.
Would you rather your child have feminism or cancer?
Mm.
Cancer won that poll
Yeah.
too. That was
Yeah.
so good. See, cancer's curable.
Yeah.
I need to go back and watch some Milo lectures. Milo's hilarious.
Oh yeah, he's really funny.
He's bombastic as fuck. Anyway, more shit. Facebook says it's going to remove COVID-19 vaccine misinformation.
Yeah.
What the fuck is misinformation? Anything that's the truth.
Right. Yeah.
Moving on. You have a lot of you have only Daily Wire links in the fucking
Well,
miscellaneous.
yeah, because right now that's what I'm looking at.
You shill. You Jewish shekel hoarder.
Not really. I mean, I'm sure most of these people writing these articles aren't Jewish, so.
I know. I'm just making a Ben Shapiro joke. Don't worry
I
about
know.
it.
I know.
Good.
But yeah. So yeah. Apparently they actually were banning ads and stuff that were like anti-vax in October.
Yeah.
So.
No, they're gay as fuck, and like fuck Facebook.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Like, Filthy Frank has never been more relevant than he is now.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought about what I just said, and God, that's so random if you don't understand the reference.
Yeah. But,
Go watch Filthy Frank. I hate Facebook.
Yeah. It's
The
great.
Zuck bot 9000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can't cook the Zuck.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz with a fucking on a Zoom conference. Hold my beer.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So I guess what they're saying is that they're gonna
what it's saying is they're going to remove things they consider misinformation. But who is
Yeah.
that? The WHO. We know they're liars. Democrats. Those people. They lie as easy as they breathe.
Yeah. Right.
Easier in some cases.
Yeah. But
Fucking
specifically they're saying. Specifically, they said, for example, you'll remove false claims that COVID-19 vaccines contain microchips or anything else that isn't on the official vaccine ingredient list. Which, I mean, to be fair,
no, I mean, like, look at the fucking 70s. Like, you're gonna pretend like vaccines haven't been used to do terrible shit.
yeah. And to be fair, most of the people that have mentioned that, they were talking about the Bill Gates one where he actually said
Yeah,
to put microchips in it. So,
there's actual shit going on. Facebook,
Yeah.
fuck down.
yeah. And
We
then,
have the receipts.
Yeah. And then apparently they also said that they're going to also remove conspiracy theories about COVID-19 vaccines. And they said like specific populations are being used without their consent to test the vaccine safety.
Yeah, well, I mean, the government has done stuff like that before, so.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
and this
They have.
vaccine is very much government funded, so that would not shock me. But anyway, let's get on to this next topic. But basically, Facebook trash.
Yeah.
Prince Harry, who is a fucking joke.
Yeah, he is.
Says COVID-19 is punishment for ignoring Mother Nature and climate change. Like, what part of made in a Chinese fucking virus lab sounds like Mother Nature to you, bitch?
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking A, dude.
freaking
I tell you
stupid
to
ass.
shoot yourself, but you gave up all your hunting guns because your crazy bitch socialist fucking wife.
Yep.
I'll provide you with a shotgun if you'd like to blow your fucking head off.
Right? There you go.
Do the world a favor and just take you and your dumb bitch out of the spotlight. God damn, fuck that. Fuck that couple so much.
Yeah.
I think Prince Harry is the one. I hope I'm referring to but yeah, I think it is Harry. Anyway, fuck you guys.
Yep, pretty much.
To quote Harry Potter about Prince Harry, how dare you stand where he stood?
There you
Using
go.
Harry's name. Fucking fuck you.
Yeah. Stop that.
Watch a Harry Potter movie and be brave. You
Right.
absolute cunt.
There you go.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. So, AOC, did you see these shirts?
Yeah, eat the rich.
Yeah, and cancel
Okay.
student
Which you
debt.
already do. You already do eat the rich. They provide all of your food. Like, calm down.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
You shop at Walmart. Good, you're eating rich food, or
Yeah.
provided by rich people food. I mean, what the fuck are you on about?
Yeah, and then she's like, tax the rich, and all this stuff, and it's like, you do realize that it's only rich people who can afford to buy your shit, right?
That's part of the irony. But the other part of it
Yeah.
is that people actually put these bumper stickers on there and go,
Yeah.
"I support human rights," as like flagrantly or evangelize on behalf of the absolute like abolition and destruction of human rights for a class of people I don't like.
Yeah.
You bastards.
Yep.
Dude, if you're a fan of AOC, please do the world a favor and fucking hang yourself.
Whoa. Easy there. No.
Do it.
Stop it.
I will link you a YouTube tutorial on Italian news.
No. No, none of that. None of that, Andrew.
I will
Stop.
do it.
No.
I'll give them all the tools they need.
No.
Come with me.
No.
In
No.
a suicide
Anyways.
forest Japan with Logan Paul.
No. Anyways, so apparently.
You love that. You love that. You know it. You just can't say it on fucking.
No.
You can't say it on the podcast.
And then, of course, the Daily Wire. Oh my gosh.
Enormously.
Yep. And what did they? Oh, and what was it? Insert woke slogan here. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it's so accurate.
They made a sweatshirt and sold it for like $20 less than what AOC was selling hers for.
Dude, they should make a $5 shirt and be like, "Fuck, it should just be fuck AOC."
That would be great. Maybe we should do that. Maybe if we ever get big enough to have merch, maybe that'll be the first shirt that we do.
It should be like an AOC, like okay, like I need to like have like something with like that bug-eyed look of hers.
Yeah, or the one that's used as the cover for this article's photo, the one of her laughing.
Yeah, just something
One
terrible.
of those two.
So we can like just mock her relentlessly.
Dude, you know what I just realized when I looked at this
Yeah,
picture?
I'm attacking her looks, but you know what? Fuck her. Fuck her. She's a bitch.
Yeah, she is.
No, I'm not gonna play nice to her.
No.
She's a cunt. She's stupid. She knows nothing about the world. And if it was possible to have a legitimate disagreement with her, an actual debate and argument, I would do it. She's too stupid to do that.
Facts.
So I'm just going to demean her in whichever way I possibly can because fuck her.
Yep.
I don't want to end up in a gulag, so fuck that bitch.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Nope. None of that. And then.
It's physically impossible to pull yourself out by a bitch job. Well, it's also physically impossible to look at you for more than 3 seconds and not want to just blow my brains out.
Yeah, it's true. So, you know what I just realized? Her and Kamala look exactly the same when they're laughing.
They have the same level of oh my god, you're an evil bitch.
Yes.
Like exuding from them.
This picture just grosses me out, man. Okay, I have to close it. I can't look at it anymore.
The raw evil is extremely it's astounding. It really is. And why did her lip come so far above her teeth?
Yeah.
Stop that.
I closed it out. I couldn't look at it anymore. It was making me sick. All right. So, unless you find any more, I found one more that's I'm kind of like not really a fan of that they shouldn't be doing this. So apparently the Secret Service investigated John Mulaney, who's a really good, really talented. What? Wait, what? What, Andrew?
Your John Mulaney thing is stupid.
Well, I mean, I don't think he should be investigated for a joke. I'm pretty sure. I thought you would agree with that.
Oh yeah, well the FBI shouldn't exist. We can agree on that totally.
Well,
but
it wasn't even the FBI. It was
I thought
the
it was
Secret
FBI.
Service. No.
Oh, Secret Service. Yeah, well
Yeah.
they shouldn't exist either. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him. But like, I just don't like John Mulaney that much. Like, he's got some good bits.
I just think he's to me he's the funniest comedian that I've ever heard.
Oh fuck you! No way.
Yes, he is, dude. Yes, he is.
He's not funnier than Norm Macdonald. He's not.
Yes, he is.
CK.
Yes, he
He's
is.
not funnier. Well, he's probably about on par with Nick DiPaolo. Nick DiPaolo is considerably more filthy, but he's not funnier than what's his name? Shit. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. I can't remember the name of the guy. I'll tell you later. There's plenty of people not funnier than though. I mean, he's good. His number of bits that I like. Well, he's not as funny as Bill Burr.
Yes, he is.
No, Bill Burr is amazing.
I didn't say he wasn't. I just think John's better.
No.
Yes.
No.
Bro, you cannot be.
The market agrees with me.
What?
Bill Burr is way more popular. The market agrees with me.
I don't give a shit about that. No, he's better. Look, Andrew. You are entitled to your wrong opinion. Okay.
Wait, if I was wrong, then I'd be wrong. But I'm not. Ergo, I'm right.
No.
And the market agrees with me.
Okay.
He's more popular for a reason.
Okay.
And Norm Macdonald's funnier than basically everyone.
No.
Oh yeah, Norm Macdonald's ridiculously good.
So is John Mulaney. I'm telling. Look.
No. Do not compare the two. They're not comparable.
Okay. You said he's funnier than literally pretty much everybody. So.
Yes.
I'm just like, okay. Well, I think John is funnier. Okay. Anyways.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's got a couple good bits. That is all.
It's not. It's more than a couple, dude. No.
No, it's like 4. I can think of 4 bits of his that I thought were pretty good.
Okay, which ones are they? And guarantee you I can name more. Huh?
Pepper Diner.
Yep.
Blackout Drinking.
Yep.
His thing about 8th graders was hilarious. It was
Yeah.
accurate too. And then homeless people. The one he said,
Dude, there are way more than that. There was the.
Those are the 4 that I thought were of his sets probably the best written.
No, not even close. Not even close.
Salt
Well,
and Pepper Diner
some
is
of them.
up there.
Yeah, that one is. That one is. But
real story. So there's actual humor in that.
yeah. No. But I'll let me.
Humor of real life.
So, the number 1 for me is the Salt and Pepper Diner. But number 2 is the one where it was he wanted to get a Xanax prescription, and he had to go. He tried to do it a freaking shady way.
It was like,
What's up?
He had better bits than that for sure.
No, he didn't. No, that one's great. About how they had to do. No, and then also the one where he went to the party when he was a high schooler, and it was like a really crazy party, and then he was drunk and somebody said something police, and he was like F the police.
No,
all that.
good.
Yeah.
No, the best part about that story isn't even the story; it's just the way that it wraps up.
The whole story is hilarious too.
It's fun.
Someone went upstairs and took a shit on the asshole teacher's computer.
Yeah.
Someone took a running start and threw their body onto a pool table and broke it in half. Like, bro, that shit is hilarious. It was just the whole story was great. What?
So you have a very low bar for humor.
How is that low bar? That's hilarious.
It's describing a high school party. I don't understand. Like,
okay. I just think it's funny, and then
I don't think it's like not funny, but the funniness of it isn't in John Mulaney. It's the fact that high school is just stupid shit.
okay.
Funny part of that was him going after that to visiting this one guy a couple years later.
Yeah.
To the closet. Here's all the shit I stole from house parties.
Right, yeah, and it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
It had nothing to do with the party story. It had everything to do with the fact that he knew a guy that did shit like that.
Well, yeah, it did have to do with the party story because that's where the connection was.
He ties it into it. But that's only one party. This is for multiple parties. So he could have used any number of party stories to connect it to it. The story itself is nowhere near as funny as the way it wrapped up.
I guess, but
It wrapped up was you could say it's a long build up to a joke. But when Norm Macdonald does a long build up to a joke, I will show you a bit after this.
Okay.
It's funny the whole way through, and it's funny because Norm Macdonald is extremely uniquely awkward.
Okay.
Now, you probably, again, you may not find it as funny as I do for whatever reason, and you have to be as stupid as the head of Fox, but that's whatever.
Okay.
You know, to pick a crowd reference.
Uh-huh.
But Norm Macdonald's very unique.
Okay.
He delivers lines.
Okay.
I find John Mulaney to be a pretty standard comedian. Not bad. But I don't know if he's even top 10 for me.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Dude, Louis C.K., Norm Macdonald, Nick DiPaolo,
He's better than all of them.
Bill Burr.
And for me, he's actually number 2. And the main reason why is because Bo Burnham is my number 1, just because the musician part.
No.
Just because of the musician part. Because he's really good at piano, he's really good at singing, he's really good at all of the musical stuff. It's just really great. That's why, but it's not in the same. It's not like regular stand-up. So I don't really... That's why I didn't bring him up. What?
It's like talking to a 13-year-old man.
What do you mean? I'm admiring the music.
You also like Ed Sheeran music?
No.
Tell me your favorite Ed Sheeran song. Go on.
No, I actually don't, really. I mean, I like some of Ed Sheeran's music because he has a good voice, but, you know...
Yeah, he's got talent.
Yeah, but I don't really listen to his music that much. I've basically just listened to the stuff that he's done with, like, rappers. That's pretty much it. But, yeah, no.
There are people considerably funnier than either of those two people.
I will agree that there are a lot of people that are funnier than Bo Burnham for sure, but...
And John Mulaney.
No.
Crowder's funnier than John Mulaney. Dude, Crowder's fucking bit on Training Day was funnier than the entire catalog of John Mulaney.
That's not true. Nope.
Oh,
the one black coffee story is so good. It's so good. And then his whole story about his parents' relationship with Bill Clinton, and then whenever the Monica Lewinsky scandal dropped, like, bro, that was a hilarious story. There's so many good stories that he has, and
Tranny Bang trumps everything. Look at
no.
that. Look at the whole sequence of Tranny Bang.
I know. Bro, I've seen it, man. But
it's objectively funnier.
No, it's not. Because you know why? Because that's subjective. You can't.
Not really. The numbers don't work.
Really is.
Oh,
what numbers? What numbers are you talking about?
That's why some of these people make more money than the people. I can put hard numbers to it because it's purely subjective.
What numbers? Right? What numbers? What are you talking about?
Like I'm talking. I don't mean necessarily in the Crowder case because he has the misfortune of being throttled by YouTube.
Right.
But in the case of Bill Burr, the case of
but you said Crowder. You said objectively that the Tranny Bane was.
Yeah, it is objectively funnier. I'd say.
Okay,
in Crowder objectively gets more numbers than John Mulaney regularly. John Mulaney doesn't put out content regularly. So the Crowder, I'd say, in a month probably does get considerably more views.
Okay.
I don't think that's a controversial statement. We could probably do an analysis.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's pretty straightforward. He's averaging what, like close to 1 million views a video at this point? What, if you give him like a week, he'll get up to like 1 million per video almost.
I have no idea.
Okay, comment down below why it's being an idiot. Like, there's no way John Mulaney's fine, but there's just he's probably in a top tier of Comedy Central comics, I would say, and the really funny people aren't allowed in Comedy Central.
Oh my goodness.
It's been banned.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, see, Crowder's averaging like about a million views per.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like we can't really compare it to John Mulaney's YouTube stuff because he doesn't really put out a lot of his stuff. Definitely not as much as Crowder. So I guess we'd have to try to find a way, like, how many times, like, his stuff has been watched on, like, Netflix and all that stuff. So I don't know. But it is what it is. But just because something has a lot of views doesn't mean that it's funnier. You can't.
Yes and no. I mean,
No, it doesn't.
yeah, it does actually. See, if
No,
something,
it doesn't. Not when it's
do I
subjective.
get to talk, or you get to just scream at me for being an uncultured dipshit, despite the fact that you know
Okay.
maybe a fourth of what I know about the internet? Okay, let's get on with this.
What?
Actually, yes, some things are categorically, like algorithmically censored. So, and some of them promoted. So,
Okay.
yes, some things get views they don't deserve. Fine, fair enough. But Crowder versus Mulaney, Crowder gets, I would say, demoted, while Mulaney promoted on
I
YouTube.
guess,
I'm
but again,
literally
he doesn't really put
wondering,
stuff out on YouTube though. He does. He
um,
puts a very small amount of stuff on
he
YouTube.
just, well, no, he puts a number of official content on YouTube, full specials and whatnot, and
No,
Netflix.
full specials are not on there. Nope.
Large portions of them are actually, yeah, yeah. He breaks them down into bits on a couple different channels.
Okay, but it's not the same. Because usually it's not the whole, like the video. It's just like the audio, and at that point it's like it's the same
No, no,
thing.
they do compilations of him all the time, and a number of channels where you basically can get all of his stuff. Netflix puts out bits of his from Netflix, and they put out the full video of it. They'll put out like 6 minutes from his, like, Again, this is what I mean. You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Now Netflix and John Mulaney, Comedy Central puts out stuff on John Mulaney as well, full videos. But Comedy Central, Netflix, they put out clips of him all the time, or at the very least they do when he produces content. And
Uh
um, those channels are promoted algorithmically. Those are reputable. People like them, so he gets algorithmic promotion, and I know that because he's appeared in my feed for no fucking reason other than they just wanted him to. Um, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. He's a perfectly fine comedian.
Yeah.
Pretty good at what he does. Especially, I'd say that his storytelling is better than some other comedians. Um, that is not all that stand-up is. Anyway.
I mean, yeah, but and also a lot of these have over 5 million views, and that's pretty
For
good
sure.
considering he doesn't put out that
Considered
much.
shadow banned and throttled. That's also really good.
Yeah, I know. I didn't say it wasn't.
So I'd say that Crowder is fighting an uphill battle.
Yeah.
That Mulaney's not.
Okay.
So if you aggregate Netflix and YouTube views, Mulaney maybe has more.
Oh, he
Overall.
absolutely does. I'm sure if
More
you combine
videos
Netflix.
produced. Well, no, but also Crowder has way more content on YouTube. So if you
Yeah.
combine all of Crowder's YouTube content with all of his Blaze views, I don't really see them being that far off. And I would imagine Crowder maybe actually gets more because he puts out more content. And each
Maybe, yeah.
video he puts out will usually average about 1 million views.
Yeah,
That
anywhere
I'm
from
seeing.
500K to
To 1 million, yeah. And he's putting out content on Crowder Bits, on
Yeah.
his official Crowder stuff. If you count his Joe Rogan appearances, he gets like 7 million views per video for his Joe Rogan
Right, yeah.
appearances.
Which I
So-
don't know if I really count that, but
Well, it is content, featuring him. So
I guess.
I'll give him the credit. That's more of a Joe Rogan audience, but that is what it is.
Yeah.
We're getting really in depth on this for stuff. That doesn't matter. This is a waste of time for our podcast.
Yeah, I guess, but all right. Do we
We're
have
having
any
a
last?
conversation when we should.
What's up?
Every bit of the last 10 minutes is a waste of my fucking time. I should have been done completely off mic. I'm so
Wow.
sorry that we had to bicker in front of you. I'm so sorry Wyatt had to expose just how unbelievably wrong he is about things in front of you.
You mean right?
No. See, if I wanted
you.
to say right, I would have.
No, you. Uno
Yes,
reverse
me.
card. Uno reverse
Yes.
card.
You're right. Me.
No.
Me
no,
is
no,
right.
No. The other way. No, me. When I said
no,
no,
you said-
you,
you
I
said-
meant no, you were wrong. You were wrong, not me. What?
How the fuck does no you mean whatever?
No, because that's what you said. I said no, you in response to
You
you.
reverse card would be that, but you said no you.
It's the same thing.
It's actually not.
Yes, it is. So when I said that in response to you saying, "I'm sorry that Wyatt had to come in here and show all of you how wrong he is," and I said, "No, you." So that works for the context of when I
That
said.
does.
What?
Yes, that does. But then
Which
I
is
said,
what I said.
no, I meant to use the word right, and they said no you. And I'm like, yes, what? Yes, me.
No.
Because you wouldn't stop saying no, you wouldn't let me fucking finish.
Yeah, that was just me not listening to what you were saying and just saying no, you.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
No,
because
like,
I was
that's
being
precisely
an annoying. I was trying to be annoying.
everything, which is a difficult position to maintain, but somehow you manage it.
Yeah.
Manage is a strong word. You convince yourself you're managing it.
Okay. Alrighty. Excuse me. All right.
Yeah.
So any last?
So this stuff is, again, and to be fair, if we're talking about, like Joe Rogan doesn't count, some of this is just it's being put on Comedy Central and Netflix channels, which are obviously going to get views. So
I guess.
So if we're not going to count Joe Rogan, how much of this really counts for John Mulaney? Since most of these million view things are on SNL,
because he doesn't have really his own channel that he puts that stuff out on.
That's true, but that doesn't absolve him of the fact that people that subscribe to Comedy Central are going to watch this even if they don't really want to, or they weren't really intending to. Same thing with the Netflix stuff. So
Not really. I'm subscribed to Netflix, but I don't watch most of the videos that they put out, and I have notifications on.
I agree that you don't. Congratulations for you. That's not how most people. That's not how a significant portion of the population works.
Okay.
Pops up in their feed. It's a video from a subscribed channel. They'll watch it, or at least you give it a try. I'm not saying all of them. People subscribe to way too many videos to do that for every subscribed channel.
Yeah.
But if it's popping up in your feed, there's a good chance you'll click on it. It's kind of how this works. It's got to be in there for you to click on it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, for example, let's go look at Netflix. Netflix is a joke. Netflix is a joke has 1.7 million subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, never mind. That doesn't account for the numbers, so that's fine. That's fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think maybe them getting promoted would account for it, though. Because, again, this stuff, the Netflix is a joke stuff appears in my feed all the fucking time.
Never appears in mine. Ever.
Really?
Yeah, never. I didn't even know that there was a channel called Netflix is a joke. I didn't even know there was a channel for comedians. What's up?
Chappelle stuff. I think I've seen on that. I've a couple of different comedians on that, so that's probably why it appears on my feed. But that's what a lot of people do. Though. A lot of people find a couple of comedians that way. They'll watch a few videos from Netflix is a joke, and it appears in their feed now all of a sudden. But it appears in my feed pretty regularly. I would say once a week. I think I get like a video from them probably on my feed.
I'm subscribing to them now.
Oh, look at that! You fall into the trap. You subscribe to a Netflix channel even if they know they ran cuties. Unbelievable. Why it supports pedophilia.
Oh my gosh. Didn't you hear what I said earlier? Oh my gosh.
You heard it here first, folks.
My god, stop it. No.
Wyatt likes small children.
No, I do not. I'm not Joe Biden. Alright. I think that's gonna be it unless unless we have anything else. Andrew?
I'm here, Wyatt.
Do you have anything else?
No, I'm sick of this conversation. It's annoying. It's very odd that you would put John Mulaney higher than Norm Macdonald, despite the fact that Norm Macdonald has a considerably longer registry, a much more successful career. He's way better, obviously. His off-the-cuff stuff is amazing. That's the other thing. Is John Mulaney, I think, is good on script. Off-the-cuff, I couldn't tell you. He doesn't produce a lot of content like that.
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald's funny when he isn't even trying to be.
Yeah.
Because he's just funny.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So I'd have to see him off script to know if John Mulaney is legitimately a funny person, like overall, or if he's just good at telling stories.
I mean, I to me, I feel like he is. I mean, I saw his. He did a thing with. He did
to some extent, but I don't know what extent.
He did a thing with Jerry Seinfeld where they went and bought rugs or something, and it was actually really funny.
Honestly, doing normal things with Jerry Seinfeld does sound funny, just kind of on the face of it, because it's Jerry Seinfeld. But who is just entertaining as all fuck to mock.
Yeah, I guess.
Nothing against Jerry, but he is fun to mock.
Yeah. But yeah. Alrighty. I think that'll do it for this week's episode. Yeah, we kind of went off on a tangent there at the end for like 20 minutes about comedians, but you know, it is what it is.
God, I can't believe this asshat thinks that Norm Macdonald's less funny than John Mulaney. What a fucking dweeb.
You're the dweeb here. Alright.
Dweeb?
Because
you're the one that thinks that John Mulaney talks like a 2-year-old, acts like a 4-year-old motherfucker is funnier than Norm Macdonald.
Because he is. Alright.
Because he's not, and you're
thank
wrong.
y'all.
You
okay.
have a terrible way of viewing things.
Sure. Alright.
Your inability to see the obvious difference in the quality of content is astounding.
Okay, Gen Zer. Okay.
How am I Gen Z? What the fuck are you on about?
Well, I'm older, so you know.
I was born in the 90s, you asshat. What the fuck?
You were born in like 90. You were born in like 99.
Exactly, the 90s.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Oh,
1 year.
The 90s don't count as the 90s.
No, hold on. No. Cause, dude, you were alive for 6 months, maybe.
Yeah.
Inside of the 90s. 6 months.
Bullshit. I was conceived in the fucking 98.
Conceived. Okay.
Yeah. I was alive. Was I alive or not, Wyatt?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Eat shit, die.
Okay. Fine.
Damn
Fine.
90s baby.
You got me there. Fine.
No, I mean, I
I
was
was
raised
conceived in
but I mean,
96 then.
there you go. There you go.
Well, actually, no, I was still conceived in 97, but
There you
earlier in
go.
97. Oh, by the way, actually, real quick before we go, my birthday was on Tuesday, so yeah. Wish me happy belated in the comments, but
Or don't. Just,
or don't, yeah.
tell
That's
me
a
the
possibility
idiot
too.
that works too.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a pretty good birthday. Not too much crazy stuff went down, but yeah.
That's good.
And yeah, actually the day before was also my 1 year wedding anniversary, so that was nice too. So yeah.
That was gonna be such a pain in the ass.
Not really. It was actually pretty.
Right together. Oh my god, I would hate that.
No, I actually enjoy it.
I would very much dislike that.
Why?
I don't like when a bunch of big events are right next to one another, especially events that require presents. Oh my god.
That makes it better, especially if I'm getting presents on back-to-back days, which is nice.
I just don't like getting presents that much. I find it to be somewhat cumbersome.
Yeah, maybe you do.
I like normal life more than I like events.
Yeah, I think you're the minority there. All right.
I know I'm a minority. I'm Jewish. But that's not the prevalent. That's
That's not
not
what I'm
relevant.
talking about. I'm not talking about that type of minority. Um, anyways, so I think that's a wrap for this week's episode. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I think we're up to what are we up to? Like 13? I think 13 or 14. Yeah, we're at 13 subs. So
Great.
yeah, yeah. Let's keep that increasing and. Please leave a comment. Let us know what you thought about these week events and our episode this week.
Election
And
fraud's fucked up. It's so
Yep.
bad.
yeah. Let us know what
It's
y'all
so
think about that. And then next week we should have an episode come out, around the same time that we usually do during the weekend. And then hopefully we'll have something out on Tuesday for Bill of Rights Day.
Oh Christ, not cracker.
And it'll be next Tuesday, or not the upcoming Tuesday, but the Tuesday after, if we can, if we have time to do it, then we'll do that as our Constitution special or whatever. Yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to do that for y'all. And yeah, so we will see y'all next week. Have a good one.